Hotep, what's going down? I'm Donald Nelson with Supreme Confidence. You're listening to today's episode, Love Affair Discussions podcast on the Confidence in the Klutch Network. This is the LAD in AZ episode, y'all. Whether it's the game of basketball or the game of life, you got to have confidence in the clutch. Practice makes confidence. Pressure makes diamonds. Stay sucker free. Keep it a buck like Milwaukee. Stay woke or get out. Go ball or bust. You can't fit in when you're standing out. Colorism is dead. Black is black. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Listen to Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, YouTube, and at confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com. Subscribe, rate, and review. Hit that bell button to get notifications of new episodes. When we go live and support, visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Klutch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K and the K. I recorded this podcast Friday night about 10:30, 11 Mountain Standard Time. Man, I had the pleasure of having my cousin Renelle Nelson on, a.k.a. the pleasure pusher, a.k.a. the thug therapist. Renelle is a licensed marriage and family therapist, infidelity recovery coach, sex therapist. She combined it all into an intimacy infidelity recovery strategist. That is the title she's going with again. Let me run that back to you. Licensed marriage and family therapist, infidelity recovery coach, sex therapist, and combined all of that into her new title, Intimacy Infidelity Recovery Strategist. Y'all know how we do it. We double jumping, and that's how you feel. Then we had a question, and then it just, we just blacked out kind of. Y'all know how I did with Kels. We black out, but Renelle has some great things to talk about, and I was just intrigued with the conversation. So she caught me off guard. So if y'all ever was waiting for that woman to go ahead and kick my ass, this might have been the one. So y'all already know what it is, man. What we do over here. This is an open, unfiltered discussion about love. Like I always, bring you quality content with strong opinions and facts. The confidence starts right now. 2, 1. Confidence on 3, in the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.
Yeah, we're recording at, it's 11:05 where I'm at. What is this, Mountain Time?
Mm-hmm.
Mountain Time.
MST.
Yeah, MST is 1:05 Central Standard Time in the middle. This is LAD and AZ. I got my number one cousin with me, like my sister down there, growing up forever. Renelle, all my people, my real people know who she is. But this is the professional podcast, the LAD. I forget what episode I'm on, but we'll fix that out later. But I want to welcome Renelle to the Love Affair Discussions. She's going to let y'all know what's going on with her.
Hey, it's Renelle. Let me see. I go by many titles besides pleasure pusher, thug therapist.
Thug therapist.
Yeah, I'm
pleasure pusher.
I'm a pleasure pusher, thug therapist. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, infidelity recovery coach, and certified sex therapist. So I smushed all that shit together. And I am an intimacy infidelity recovery strategist. So I assist individuals and couples with reconnecting back to themselves, love, and pleasure after the trauma of betrayal.
Trauma betrayal. Okay. So the reason we're here, and I'm not doing this on the phone because I'm OT out in AZ. That's where Cuz is set up operation at. So I said, I knew I was coming, so I made sure I brought my materials and my equipment, and we got everything to do this shit live. So we gonna jump into the podcast like we always do it, with something random as hell. That's how you feel. Renelle, go.
That's how I feel. So just something random?
Anytime.
My topic of that's how I feel now is I'm dealing with a lot of women that expect monogamy. And my question, how I'm feeling is, why should a motherfucker be faithful to you? Why should they be? Because I just hear a lot of the women talking and what they not doing and what they expect. But they never talk about monogamy. They just expect it. I'm like, but why should they be monogamous with you? So that's how I'm feeling like, why?
Damn, that's real. My shit was Well, shit, I saw my daddy for the first time in, let me see, 2015. So that's 4 years. 4 years ago. I ain't seen my dad talk to him, so it was all love out here for Bella's birthday and to see the family. So it's all good. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling. I'm just happy to be around family and shit somewhere new. So okay, we jumping into it, y'all. We blacking out. Y'all know what time it is. It's gonna be a couple different things, and y'all know how we coming, how I'm coming. So we gonna see how Renelle coming. She already cussing, so we all good.
I'm with my cousin, this family shit. I'm like, turn up.
Right.
You know how we do it.
Right. All right, come on, Renelle, hit me with the hotness then. I know you got some shit.
What you want to talk about? That's one thing we can talk about. We can go sex. We can go infidelity. We can go relationships. You know, your cousin stay loaded.
Right, wherever. I want to hear you. You the professional, so you know what I'm saying. I just want to hear you. You know, they want to hear my crazy ass takes on what you saying anyway. So they know I got something to say.
We start with my favorite topic about infidelity.
Okay.
I want to know from a male perspective, how did you feel when Jay-Z said that infidelity sometimes is for survival?
Infidelity is for survival? Sometimes for survival?
What he was saying is that when he was being interviewed, and he was just like, sometimes like infidelity is just like basically we talk for that for like survival. And how I looked at it when he said it to me is just like, I work with a lot of couples. So just say you work with a lot of couples. I work with a lot of couples. We in the office setting, and she keeps putting them out. She keeps doing this. She keeps doing that. So how they saying is, I'm not gonna let you keep putting me out and have no place to go. So I'm gonna have one in the chamber.
Always. They say one to stay with and one to play with. They say that's how you keep the one you really love happy, because you ain't stressed out with the shit she do is easier to deal with.
But do you think that's true, that sometimes men have somebody there just for safety net?
I think women have people there more than men. Man just go and just have sex with a motherfucker. Man, because we can get up when we're done and be done with like I tell people all the time, you have a prostitute not to pay for the cooch, but so she can leave.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So we can get up and be done with a motherfucker. We can, during the whole session, make a motherfucker think we the best thing in the world. But when we done, like it is what it is, we can separate and always tell motherfuckers our shit is external, women's is internal. So we sticking our shit inside of somebody. And that's a whole different level of love. And when you understand a woman, you got to understand what that means when you do that shit. Like, You can just say, oh, we just doing this, we just doing that. Even the roughest, toughest woman that thinks she the man, you know,
right.
Nigga, we can just do this and do that. No, right. She's still catching feelings. She's still catching feelings. But that whole survival infidelity shit is like, because you lose, depending on the type of woman you chose or you earned to be with, you got to deal with her and her ways, even though you may not agree with them. Everybody do some bullshit that you might not like, but you want to be with that person, you're going to deal with it. Especially some people I know when they get married, they should just round the bullshit a little bit more. But that's a hard one when he said that one.
And I'm thinking, and maybe I'm saying, I know one of your listeners going to say, she's saying the quote wrong, but I knew it was something around that premise basically is that it's set up. Because I forgot how it was set up, and, you know, because he was basically saying that that's how it was learned. So I'm a connoisseur of betrayal and affairs, and when I talk and teach about betrayal, I let everybody know that, you know, before you even get into a romantic relationship, your makeup, you already know if you're gonna leave or stay, whatever you're gonna do. It's already like that.
Yeah,
because
down there. Yeah,
because even before a romantic partner, it's all in us. Because our first incident with betrayal is from our caregivers.
Yeah.
From our caregivers or our family members, somebody, like I said, a friend that lied to you, a cousin, dad didn't come pick you up, you know, right. And then also how we are learned is what's around us. Seeing if uncle brought somebody to the family reunion that didn't belong, and how the family was hush-hush about it. Or your mom dipped off and was parking in the parking lot and jumping in another car. But when you got in, you know, what's understood shouldn't be talked about. You know, stuff like that. So that's all in you. Watching your mother get betrayed and then stand.
Yeah.
Right? Stand and giving silent consent. Like, so all this shit is in our head before we even get in a romantic relationship. So that's why I tell people, like, even before you get betrayed, you have it already in you if you're gonna stay, if you can go. Because that's one of my number one questions I get asked: should I stay or I should go? And I said, how would that make you feel?
Right, but at the same time, they can't even ask you that. I can't help you make a decision. You got to make your own decision. I'm here to help you through the shit, not to help you make a decision about what the hell you should do. That's kind of hard. Because you asking me, motherfucker, if I say something and something happened to you, you going to come back and want to blame me for the decisions you made. No, I give you strategies to deal with the shit. Clearly, you got an issue with some shit. I can't help you make a decision. That'll be... No, they can't come. They got to understand.
Trust me, they come because you have to remember when you are betrayed. When you are betrayed.
Yeah.
And it comes just out of nowhere. It's you traumatized.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. It's post-traumatic syndrome, just like PTSD. You know, so it's just like now I treat my clients like they had PTSD because they fucked up.
Right.
So when you come there, it's just like you numb, you can't think, you can't do nothing. So all you want is somebody to give you the answers. Of course, I don't give you that because, like you said, if you're not ready to go, you're not gonna listen anyway. You're not gonna listen anyway. So what I assist people doing is give them the education, the safe place for them to understand the relationship and really the reality of the relationship. Because we can get real deep of how a lot of relationships are fraud. A lot of people are in love with love, but not with the person.
Okay. Renelle, so if anybody right now like, oh, I like what she's talking about, if they need to get in contact with you, how they gonna get in contact with you on social media? How can they follow you when you know your little daily affirmations or whatever? Where they gonna find you at?
The big thing is Noir Sex Therapist on Instagram, and that's NOIRS, no E in sex, X Therapist. So Noir Sex Therapist, Black Sex Therapist. I'm coming through.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I do that. I do therapist. Now I'm getting into the coaching realm because I want to be worldwide.
There you go.
So it's going to get big right now.
Okay, no doubt. So damn. All right, that was hot. Come on with some more. Come on some more, because I want you to keep on dissecting. I want you to not look at me and be thinking what I'm saying, because I know you dissecting the shit I'm saying right now. I want you to eat me up. They've been waiting for a woman to eat me up on this motherfucking show.
Give me something to eat you up, or let me.
I don't know.
We talk about let's talk about the fires and the assumption in the bedroom. Let's go to the bedroom. The assumption, but it's not really gonna beat you up because I'm on the man's side. Because I think sometimes. We feel, you know, I'm a masturbation enthusiast. I believe in knowing your body and sharing it with your partner, what you know. So I want women to know thyself because we are taught to please. We're not taught to how to receive pleasure. So even when I'm doing a presentation and everything, women come to me and be like, how can I do this? How can I do that? I'd be like, Mom, what do you need? What do you need? Yeah, and they can't comprehend. So then it's just like, you know, talking to the males, like, how would you like that to be approached outside the bedroom? Like, intimacy starts outside the bedroom. Are you open to talk to stuff about sexual stuff outside the bedroom? Like real detailed stuff?
With your woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. See, and I feel sorry for women that say that shit, because your man and your job as a man is to make your woman come multiple times. The small ones and then the big ass one. You supposed, it's supposed to like 6 to 10 during the session, depending how long you going. She know what time it is. She know, and if you get the right woman, it's all good. And then once them feelings get involved, it even get better than that. So you got to know what you're doing. Like that whole get my shit. That's that infidelity shit that probably Hall was talking about. We was taught to just get ours. We ain't give a fuck about a woman's feelings if she did nothing. You better get yours before I get mine. All that rap, machismo shit. That You know what I mean, motherfucker, we the kings, we the shit, they subservient to us. But ain't nothing like when a woman feels great from you, or you think is you some of the time, but most of the time be the woman, because she know how to arch her shit the right way to make herself have them orgasms anyway. Niggas ain't doing shit. You just a tool. Right. And they doing the shit to make it happen for them, you know what I'm saying? But niggas, you gotta know women to know that shit though. But man, I don't, motherfuckers should be able to understand and know that it's kind of hard if your woman wants you to do some new shit. Like I got hit recently with like a diamond doggy style position. I'm like, wait a minute, where you learn that shit at?
Yeah, that's the hard thing. That's how the hard thing is that you come. You gotta have that issue, because when you come in with stuff, it's just you get so caught up in a lot of things. But I want to circle back to let you know that the majority of my couples that come in because they assume. Mm-hmm. And they never discuss.
Yeah, they gotta talk.
That's my whole hashtag communication before coming. If you know me, you follow me.
Communication.
Hashtag communication before coming, because we need to be on the same page. We're not on the same page, and we go into the bedroom. We even go into the relationship or marriage with assumptions. We don't communicate. We don't talk about monogamy. Yeah. We don't talk about what betrayal means to us. Yeah. We don't talk about desires. Yeah. We don't talk about fantasies. We don't have check-ins, so when our shit going bad, I don't know till you cheated, because I'm scared to tell you in between conflict avoiding behavior that, babe, it didn't work out. Last week, I'm still fucked about what you said, right? So I just carry that shit, stop having sex with you, stop talking to you, open the door for infidelity. And when we could have been proactive, that night it happened, let's settle it that damn night. But so many couples do not communicate.
They don't want to. Some people rather go to bed mad, or go in the basement, or sleep on the couch type shit. I don't want to go to bed mad. I want to talk with you. Like in my younger years, that immature, and most of that shit come down to immaturity. If you think about it, if you can't talk to the motherfucker that you with and share the same bed with, you need to pack up all your shit and leave now, because that's supposed to be your best friend. I don't want to live with a motherfucker if that ain't my best friend. You know what I'm saying?
That's learned behavior. Do you think that's a learned behavior? I think it's learned.
It's learned. It could be modeled and it could be taught, though. Yeah. But it's a certain maturity. It's what you want. It's what you want. Like, I'm notorious. I may not know what I want, but I know what I don't want. I know certain shit I just don't want in a woman. Like, it's just period, point blank, because I know me and I know the shit is gonna get under my skin. But then I will do shit and settle. And that shit halt a nigga's self-growth for some of the shit that be going on. But, I mean, we accept, my thing is, too, either you coaching it or allowing it to happen. So, either I'm allowing you to do bullshit, or I'm coaching the shit that you feel like is cool. But, that man, damn, you got me thinking too much. Shit.
How do you communicate that?
Well, I mean, I communicate. I'm a great communicator, because I'm going to tell you. I want you to know everything, so that you can't say I did no bullshit to you.
Are you assuming you're a great communicator, or somebody told you were?
Both.
Okay, I'm just asking, because sometimes we don't give verbal feedback. We don't say like, I understand. Yes, I can get it. We understand. So you can be spitting pure facts, stuff like that. But remember, if somebody not ready to listen, it going over their head. So that's why we teach effective communication things. So what you're saying is, so this is how you feel this, because I want you to know. But do you know a lot of people don't do that?
Well, shit, if I come with it though, Renelle, what if a motherfucker don't know how to communicate back with me to let them know that's what they want?
So this is and that's what he say. You like, and I love this. It's the most sexiest thing you can say to me is, how can I support you? Mm-hmm. That's just so sexy and arousing to me. It's like for a man to just say, baby, how can I support you? Be like, but that's game to me. And see, men need to know that it's now we on a level, because we doing a lot of self-care. Mm-hmm. We cleaning up, we doing that, we getting coochie shot, we doing everything. Hey man, we getting, the vulva. I'm not saying the right terms right now. It's in the middle of the night, so just believe me. I know the terms I'm talking about, but this is where we getting the old shot. We doing all of this, so we stay ready. So we ready, but now we building up. We healing. Mm-hmm. What's the biggest thing now with women? Self-care, healing, right? Mm-hmm. Therapy for black girls. We just really coming out. So what we asking for now is that intellectual penetration.
Yeah. These motherfuckers, but who they talking to? Who you talking to? Nigga, your clientele, motherfucker, like,
who is your what is your base? So then if you can't get stimulated sexually or intellectually, shit, you gotta think about where you're at and who the fuck you're talking to. So then those are choices you're making. Because you don't want to get uncomfortable and go outside your comfort zone to find probably a different motherfucker because you set up on what a motherfucker's supposed to look like and that's your husband and all this bullshit. Or that's your wife or caught up in the bullshit. Like, I'm like, you know, this shit is it's perplexing.
It is.
Think about it.
But that's how a lot of things. But everything is not for everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm saying based on who I'm saying about communication. But some people, you know, just like me, I'm a communicator and my guy is not. And it's just, how do you make that work? And I say, that shit is good. You don't have to talk to me a lot, but talk to me when just give me the answers that I need. You know, because he come from a different class than me. So he like, you know, was understood or need to be discussed. I'm like, no, not today. And that's that whole thing we talk about passed down. And that's what do we have the question? Should you date somebody that got a history of infidelity? You know, that's a big question, right? You know, but we had to think about that. So I talk to couples about, you have to, closed mouth don't get fed. You have to communicate what you want, because if you don't, we are going to pass down the same shit that we carried in each relationship to this relationship.
That baggage is a motherfucker.
And it might not work. You know, you might not be a communicator.
Right.
But I communicate. I got to learn your style. But because dude I'm going to project that onto you.
Right.
And that's why I had to sit my couples down and said, if you don't want to have that stuff passed down, you have to talk about it.
Right.
And you think you shouldn't do that. So that's the biggest thing. And just about love, we talk. Love how you want to be loved. No. Love how they need to be loved. And that goes into that whole segment. I can't keep loving you. I can't love you the way I want to be loved. You know, love you. I need to love you the way you be loved. Because what I need, you might not need. And that's when we come in a whole other thing is the 5 love languages. You know, we got to know what that is. I got to know that, like, words of affirmation. You know, how do you feel like with gratitude? You know, what stimulates you? We don't know any of that because we're not talking. And then I like that song. I don't know who comes out with it. I get them all mixed up, that you got to get below the surface. Beneath the surface, it's either LMA or somebody. But this song is so good. Before, she's telling, before you get to know me, you know, before I lead you to my bed, see what's in my head.
See, yeah, my
blue. I mean, like, I'm just like, y'all level up, because that's the way they coming now, right? That's the way they coming.
So we get to the dating, the whole dating shit. Like, since we blacking out, Confidence in the Clutch, y'all, love affair discussions. Nowhere sex therapist right here. Yo, if we're dating, should I go to Walgreens and get the swab and shit, and we have a drink at the crib, and I swab you swab me, we have a drink, and we see what that motherfucker come back with? Or do we need to go to our doctors together and shit and be like, let's make sure we ain't got no diseases before we even get down like that? Because I'm at the age now where down there, you niggas need to go get this thing and just swab a motherfucker to see what's cracking, because just dipping in anything now, like, shit, we old, and that shit, I don't know.
I think the whole, whatever it is, it need to be discussed. I think you need to be on the same page. And I also believe that before we take the condom off, I think we got the condom on first.
Yeah, we had the condom on first.
We got the condom on first, and when it get there, but what getting there, what does that look like? What does that mean if we getting there? So here we go with this communication before coming, right? We need to talk about this stuff. So I'm not going to assume because the condom come off, I'm your only one.
But see, that's why I go, motherfucker. I tell motherfuckers all the time, when niggas take off that condom, you done made her your woman. But the problem is, niggas think if I got my woman at home and my side piece, I ain't got to use rubber with either one of them because I'm the only one. Motherfucker, you forget that's a woman. They slicker than you. So you can play that game, but that's a foul game to play. But niggas will never tell either one of them what they doing, though. They won't tell their wife I was fucking off and I ain't had no rubber on. If they get caught fucking off, they ain't gonna never say I ain't had a rubber on. They ain't gonna tell the side chick like, yo, know what I'm saying? I'm fucking my wife without no rubber 2 type shit. Like,
until you go see the doctor.
Right.
You remember, see that? And that's what happened. You know, you go to the doctor, and that's what come up in session, that sometimes women find out about betrayal because of that doctor's visit.
Man,
because of that STD. But my thing is like this, and I told my son, my son 28 now, and I told him, I was like, get condoms, have fun, but communicate with your women. I think that be upfront, you know, I'm not, you know, I'm just not with you, I'm dating. We don't date anymore. We lock them down.
We lock them down.
We lock them down. We don't try to date, you mine, whatever like that. And then when we do date, we get called names and stuff like that. But I think we need to start back dating, but communicating we dating.
Yeah.
And then I think we need to start communicating. Monogamy is not for everybody.
No,
but
it's
also
not.
talk about like what non-monogamy mean and what's like the boundaries and stuff. We need to talk about all that stuff. We should never assume that we're on the same page. And I think that's what's happening in the dating realm and just relationship in general. Everybody assume, and we know common sense not common to everybody.
Nope.
You know, so I think we need to communicate, and we're not doing that.
And motherfuckers need to stop trying to tell somebody else some shit, because you don't know what situations they got set up in their house where like the shit they don't, you may not deal with, but shit they will deal with the shit. And just cause, you know, it's levels to everything, and you know, people need to chill with the judging of the whole thing. Cause I had to fall back, cause I know some people and shit like them. I wouldn't think you would cheat, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying, type shit. But you cheat, so it's like, damn, it ain't. And to me, you got the perfect woman, but I don't know if your woman pointing the finger in your head like, hoe ass nigga, I'll beat your ass when we ain't around. You know what I'm saying?
But then, contrary to belief, a lot of stuff is discussed, but when it get outside, it's the judgment. You know, they had a big thing, I forgot who, where, whatever it is, until it's made public. Especially with the stars or whoever you think NBA space. A lot of that shit is discussed at home. But when it go outside, it's judged, and then it's a big deal. You know, it's a big deal, but really y'all don't know what people is. And I said people need to stop projecting their morals and values to everybody else. Everybody does not have a monogamous relationship, and it's discussed. But I remember when I think Will and Jada came out with being an open, how everybody just went crazy about that. Even in their stuff today, they come up about an open relationship. And so what if they do got it? If it works for them, let it work for them.
Yeah, right. Who cares? That's what they want to do. Like, it ain't even. But that's the thing. You want to judge somebody over some shit that your ass maybe want to do or scared to do, or you know your cat or your female been fucking off on you consistently throughout the whole time. Like, but you mad and shit because somebody else can say they can do it, but you embarrassed to say that shit because how your friends will treat you, or the church gonna kick you out, or whatever type funny shit that's going on with you.
Yeah. And I believe that, because just like when the big thing with Lila Rashawn and kissing somebody, I didn't really get into it because I think people get into people's business. I'm like, we saw one picture of this woman kissing this man on the cheek.
Who the hell is Lila Rashawn?
The one from Sunshine or something from, it wasn't Waiting to Exhale, or was it? Lila Rashawn.
The Sunshine was a good coach from Harlem Nights.
Yeah, her. Okay. And her husband, it was like all over social media because he was kidding. Nicole Murphy kissed him on the cheek or something.
Oh yeah, but they said Nicole Murphy the tramp.
But you know what? Let me just say like
on
this.
The cheek though.
If my friend a hoe and kissed my man, and it was taking a picture. You know, okay.
On the cheek though?
Yeah.
That shit basic.
She wasn't kissing. I think it was on the cheek. I didn't think it was on the lips. Or maybe we're gonna have to pull up the picture. I think it was on the cheek. But I'm like saying, this is when we get into the conversation.
Right.
What constitutes betrayal for you? This is the relationship we need to have. So I have it with my guy, have it with whoever you want to have it with. But we need to get on the same page. What constitutes betrayal? If you see somebody in greeting, like I know when my guy see one of my friends, kiss him on the cheek, give him a hug, may or may not, right? Yeah. But if somebody else come and I'm not around, and they be like, ooh, you know, everybody got their phones. Look at dude out like that. And I'm like, we good, right? But you not good because what you think it's betrayal, it's not betrayal to me.
Right.
So that's another thing that we need to talk about in our relationships is what constitutes betrayal, because I'm seeing it afterward. We assume we on the same page. Just like you was talking about work husbands and work wives and stuff like that. I feel if you do anything outside of A, B, and C, that's betrayal. But we got to get on the same page.
So let me ask you this. Would you agree if I say betrayal, infidelity, cheating, if it's levels to all that shit, right? Because cheating could be the one-time thing. Infidelity is when you damn near got a relationship with a motherfucker. Betrayal is when some whole other shit done happen. The kids and the extra house and all that shit and money transfer. Okay. So if we're going to say that shit, could you say that at the basic level of cheating is doing shit that you wouldn't do in front of your mate with a motherfucker, or saying some shit that you wouldn't say in front of your spouse with a motherfucker? Is that?
So what I would do is go back and say betrayal can be do anything that's outside of the boundaries that you don't like. You can have betrayal of you asked your mother for money and you went outside our house. You betrayed me.
Shit. Well, okay. Right.
You asked, or you betrayed. You opened up a bank account.
Okay.
And I didn't know.
Okay.
Infidelity is when it's usually a committed relationship, and you go outside of that relationship for sex. We usually say infidelity for sex, but then we say have all kind of infidelities or like that, like it's all kinds of betrayal. Affairs, if it's just affair, you can know some affairs can be one night. Sometimes everything so everything is like interchangeable. But when I hear betrayal is so broad to me. So when people say I was betrayed, because I do think about betrayed by love, and I can talk about the love of a woman from her dad. She betrayed, but she take that betrayal onto a relationship. So I see that more about betrayal. Betrayals to me are broader. Because betrayal don't have to even do with a romantic relationship.
Yeah, that's true.
So when you talk about infidelity, but I do think it's just like a levels to a lot of different things. It's all different kinds of affairs. We have like the one night stand affair, conflict avoiding affair, split self affair, narcissist affair. We got all kinds of affairs. It's just not one type of affair. So when we talk a lot of things, that's what we look at is the history. Like, was this one time, or this is a habitual cheater? Or so when we also talk about affairs, and it's hard because we got to talk about the affair story. Because when we want to get to the root of it, I got to ask them, what did the affair mean to you and do to your partner? Because a lot of times people have affairs and it had nothing to do with their partner. On my couch, everybody loves each other. You can love. Affairs, infidelity happen to happy people.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes it has nothing to do with your partner. It has everything to do with you. And that's the whole thing. Half of the session is letting the partner know, no matter what you did with whole sex, A, B, or C, cheating is a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Cheating is a choice,
and
you can't push or put anybody into infidelity, right? So you can't do that, and sometimes we need to talk to the infidel and say what was going on, but be okay if they don't know. That's the biggest thing. Why? And I was like, you know what? To heal, you have to understand sometimes they don't even know why.
Well, most motherfuckers don't want to tell the truth why, though. Motherfucker might be like, cause your coochie dry, or you ain't doing like I need to, or the one chick, she let me come in her mouth, nigga. You don't let me do that shit, nigga. Sometimes I want to be extra nasty type shit, and you talking about you ain't even sucking no dick at all. Or motherfucker, I'm playing video games. It's 2 a.m. We don't stay in the same house. I feel like I gotta bust up before I go to bed, and I don't want to call you, and I can go across the street to the chick.
Yep. And you're right. So then when we get into those circumstances, I had to prep them and say, you know what? You don't need to know what positions this. You don't need to know the details because that will hurt the person even more.
Yeah.
But it's not the content.
Do they want to know all that shit because they want to use that shit to leave? Because
No,
they know they gonna
because
stay?
they want to know. Because some people want to know to put it together, but if it's not helping, it's harming. So I said, do you really want to know what position her leg is in? Yeah. Do you really want to know what hotel? Or do you want to know not the content, but the context? I wasn't getting sexually pleased.
That man.
So I wasn't getting here. I talk to you all the time. You didn't hear me, so I did go outside of this, and this is why I struck my couples, and I let the women know, or men,
right?
Because I see them too, that we don't really have to know the details. The details is not healing. It's not going to give you any more information, and it's going to harm more than help.
Right,
but this is not the content. Remember, it's the context.
Right.
So all those details,
but
it would be more blame.
Yeah,
It'd be more blame. So if you tell me my coochie this, my coochie that, that'd be more blaming everything on me. But I would say, okay, motherfucker, so why didn't you go get the lube? Why didn't you say, babe, just a minute, let me do this? Why you didn't let me know instead of going outside? You see what I'm talking about? So we can play this blame game all the time, but when it go down to it, we both need to communicate when something not right.
Yeah, you're right. And this one, it all come down to communication. And then you got this motherfuckers just promiscuously challenged. Some people call them hoes. Some people they just ain't gonna stay. They get fidgety. They like what they like, and you know though. Most motherfuckers know.
Yeah, you do know because what I found out is everybody's chasing that first high. When you first get somebody, it's good. It's that just like when the affairs get stale because they turn into relationships.
Man, turn into relationships.
Right? Because it's fine sneaking around, but when your woman say you can leave and you go live with her, it ain't fun no more, right?
Fun no more.
It's not fun.
And then when she leave your ass, it ain't fun.
And then what you do? We jump around because we all with the new. We all with the new. We don't like to get, to work through stuff, and so it's crazy how it's shunned more to stay in a relationship after betrayal than it is to get divorced. If people do fare better say I'm divorced than say I'm gonna work through my marriage, because it's looked upon, because we all chasing that high. So I work with a lot of people. When I say I lost love, I lost desire, I said no, you just need to rediscover it, and we got to go to basic education that love changes. Love starts off as that anxiety love and it matures. Just like we do. It mature and slow down. And all you got to do is revive it back. But what happened is when you don't feel that spark, them butterflies no more, your dick don't get hard no more, you think it's going right. So you like, but then when you see somebody new, boom, bing, 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 it's back there. So I don't love them. I love them. No, it's not that. It's just that it's the new. And that's gonna get soon, right? So that's what happened when you see people leaving relationship, they chasing that high, and that gets old.
Yeah, shit, yeah. Shit's just, and then motherfuckers old. It's getting old, and you old motherfuckers need to sit down somewhere. You need to relax, nigga. Like that shit ain't cool. All right, so shit, hit me with one more thing before we get up out of here. Like, what else? I'm trying to think. I can't even think of nothing because I'm just rolling with you. I'm rolling with Rush tonight.
I'm locked and loaded.
Right.
Oh, I just did something. I am starting the briefcase. It's to bring sex education, information, novelties, adult toys right to your doorstep. So it's me and 2 other sex therapists, and we're putting this together. But we have a show, The Briefcase, and one of the questions got a lot of playback is what constitutes good sex.
And that's personal. Like, who's the motherfuckers that's asking this shit? Like, motherfucker, what make you feel good? Like, cause when you get, you'd be surprised. You get women in their 40s talking about. They don't know how to, like they can come with a vibrator they can't come off no dingling. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Something like, what is the problem? Like, yo, like, you the only motherfucker ever. Like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? But then you
But see, I think that's what we get. It say it's personal, but I think it's a great, because I consider myself the conversation instigator. I love to start shit. What did that just do? Start the conversation.
Right,
because that would assume. So if you told me that was wrong, I would say about 85% of women don't come from penetration because we need clitoral stimulation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So if you say like that, that's why when half the time y'all get done, we pull out the toy because it didn't hit it. Y'all can do all the maneuvers, flip, flop, do all that shit, but you're not pushing those buttons right, right? Yeah. So that's what I can say to that. But then again, it's assumed.
Right.
It's discussed. So I like the conversation. What constitutes good sex? Because all on the feed, you saw a variety of different things. And that just let people know, oh, why? This is that. I never thought about this. Started the conversation, especially when men and female do it, because now you can see something that was never discussed. Who sit down there on your first date? You don't say what constitutes good sex.
Right.
You don't do that.
Right.
You don't do that. You assume that shit you watched on Pornhub, and that shit you did with her, that's good sex. That's what long as that verbal, this and that. But when you talk about it, that's getting beneath the surface.
No, you always got to learn a motherfucker. You always got to learn somebody. And that's always the funny part. The representative stages or the new person you with. And just learning how they do things, and like I'm gonna see what's happening. I ain't trying to run through this shit. I'm gonna let you take the lead. I want to see how you do it, so I can get used to your body. See how far you gonna let me go, how far you want to go. The motherfuckers be reserved in that shit. That shit crazy. Like the dating shit. If you date, it's cool. It's cool because you can see some shit like, no, I don't want to fuck with nobody like that. I don't want to. Whatever, but you got to do it the right way. You got to date one at a time. You can't be dating multiples because that shit a headache. That shit a headache. Like I talk to my OGs and they be like, man, listen, I can't even do 2 women no more. I need 1 woman at a time because I ain't got time. What I will do though, I'll have 3 women, but I only fuck with 1 at a time, and I go to her, and I go to her, and I go back to the other one, and all that shit. And they all know what's happening and shit. They'll pour wine on a motherfucker out at the restaurant. And they see me with the other one, but. Nigga, that's just part of the game.
As long as you communicate, because everybody not and give one thing. If I would say anything, give your partner or the person you dating the right to say yes or no.
Yeah.
Never assume it's a no.
Yeah.
When you say that, man, you kick it right. Be like, well, I'm like, okay, cool.
Right.
Don't assume I'm gonna be like all like that. So you sneaking and doing that shit for nothing. Because I'm letting you know you're not my only one.
Yeah, man.
Be straight up with me. Don't be doing that. Stop assuming that you got to sneak in something. And if give me the option to say, you know what, that's not for me, or don't be doing all that stuff. Because then when I'm find out, I'm gonna be like super pissed. Like you could have just told me what didn't want to be, really just with me.
Right.
That would have been okay. You doing all that shit for nothing.
Right. Yeah, and that's what motherfuckers do.
Because it's exciting for y'all.
Yeah, it's a sign for niggas that want to live. They like, I don't want them extra stresses. I don't want the headaches. Shit, you down dinner can't deal with the one they have. Shit, because one thing the motherfuckers don't say, shit, the older we get, some more crazier shit had come out. Like, damn, but it'd be cool though. To be in a relationship is a great thing, but like all that shit, like these motherfuckers still chasing that wedding shit and all that shit. Like, I get it, but. It's easy for me to say because I've been married before and shit. Like I don't know, and spend mad G's on the wedding and shit, and you know what I'm saying. Like that shit was cool, but that shit don't even last like that when you spend all that money. It'd be the small intimate shits in the dining room that last more than all the money. So I hope people just understand that shit, and destination weddings and shit like that. We're just the motherfuckers that can make it sometimes, and whatever you can do to make your shit work, I'm all for it. Just like whoever you are. You wear tight jeans, you love men, love women, you're getting sex changes, whatever. As long as you ain't hurting nobody else and making the world a better place, I'm all for it. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit at Confidence in the Clutch. We don't do that hate shit. We love you. We love you for that shit. It is
as long as you communicate it to
me. Yeah, communicate it to me though. Yeah. Don't have me down in Atlanta and I know what the fuck is going on, man.
Just let me know. Just let me know.
Yeah, shit. Cause motherfuckers be saying down in Atlanta, they be like, nigga, you go down there, nigga. You'll be straight because the women down here don't date because they don't know. They don't know no more. You got to be careful down there because then you don't know if that's a woman or a man. Like, how you live in Atlanta, and you say you don't go out because you don't know if it's a woman or a man no more. I said, God, how can it be that many people down there in one area that you don't know? That is crazy. Like, I don't get it. You might have to
go down there for an on-site podcast to just check it out.
Check it out. Yeah. Like, I ain't never been to the A, so that would be nice.
Me either. I think we should go and just check it out and see it for ourselves and interview some people.
Yeah, that shit. We got the shit to do it. We got the shit to do it. Well, shit. Anything else for the good of America and the world? We worldwide, so who knows? We waiting for South America to catch a download. I guess South America, Antarctica is going to be very hard, but I done hit 5 continents, so we get South America. I need to start talking some Portuguese. We can get it, but
I think my takeaways for everything, but what I stand on and believe is, again, communicate before coming. Know yourself, and that's one thing I say. We pay all these education to these universities and all this shit, learning history about everybody else, but we don't know ourselves. Mm-hmm. I just say put a little bit of time that you loving and chasing these dead relationships. You on Instagram, you on all these social medias. Take 50% of that time and put it in yourself. Take 50% of that time you loving on whatever it is and put it in yourself and just imagine that. So I'm all into self-love, know thyself first. So I think that's my biggest takeaway is really just loving yourself, knowing yourself, and you're not teaching it to anybody else, you're sharing it. So you sharing it with somebody about yourself, and I think that's just a different take. That's my biggest pet peeve when I hear women say, "I'm not going to teach a man this and teach a man that." I'm like, well, shit. If you want him, if you want the relationship to work, you don't have to teach. You going to share it. So
yeah, it's all good. Shit, nigga, I love my family. What up, Ryan? What up? Yeah, look, my homie right there. Yeah, man. It's a pleasure having my cousin on with me. This is the first one. All the other ones gonna be on the phone till I touch back down in AZ for good though. But Renelle, where can they find you at again?
I'm on Instagram at Noir Sex Therapist, no E in sex. And if you have you like the infidelity and you need more help, you don't have to suffer in silence. You just hit me at Affair Aftercare on Instagram and affairaftercare.com on the internet. I'm here to help.
Absolutely, y'all. Confidence in the Clutch exclusive, y'all.
Confidence in the Clutch.
Man, y'all already know. Like my cousin Renelle, it's a pleasure to have her, man. Really, really can do a lot, especially for the format and platform I'm doing right here at Confidence in the Clutch with Love Affair Discussions. Like she said, you don't have to suffer in silence. If you need infidelity and recovery therapy, you can follow Renelle on Affair Aftercare. Contact her at Affair Aftercare on IG or affairaftercare.com and see what services you may need for you and your partner, you and your mate. Follow her on Instagram at Nowhere. I can't say that shit at all. Nowhere. Noir, Noir, right? Noir. I think that's it. Noir, right? Noir Sex Therapist. No E in that. Sex. Noir Sex Therapist on IG. So Affair Aftercare on IG. Noir. I said it again. Sex. No E in it. Sex Therapist on IG, y'all. Y'all know what it is, man. It's been that was a great podcast. Great time in Arizona for Bella's 12th birthday. We had a blast. Cousin Ryan, big ups. Cousin Deja, my sister Deja down in there. We had a great time out there, though. AZ, man. A lot of big things popping out there, man. Get out your city and everybody go for the money. Tell your kids, telling the youth around you, go for the money, please. Don't go for these little bullshit, little degrees they want to pump you with and all that shit. Go for the money, y'all. Please tell y'all kids to go for the money because just getting little jobs and shit ain't nothing. You want to have a career, man, that you can be living the way you want to be living, man. We can't take nothing with us, no materialistic things with us, but we can be comfortable here on this earth until God takes our soul with him. So, say all that to say this. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Listen to Apple Podcasts and Google Play Music, YouTube, and at confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com. Subscribe, rate, and review. Hit that bell button to get notifications of new episodes when we go live. It's important. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K&K. Appreciate y'all for listening through that. Know it was a little rough. It was a new mic. It was my traveling mic. You know, we got so passionate banging on the table. I know it'll clip a little bit, but y'all already know I'm working through it, man. I'm engineering this joint on the fly. I can fix it post-production like right now. So it is what it is, y'all. Have a safe and healthy night. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence
4, 5, 6.
in the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.